Hey guys, it's Kristen
and Layla,
and we get in the kitchen and share with you kid-friendly recipes. What are we making today?
Today we are making zucchini bread.
We are, and why is this recipe kid-friendly?
Well, it's delicious, it's sweet, and it tastes like a cake.
It does, but why does this mom approve of it, and why will you parents feel good about feeding this to your kids? Well, it's loaded with vegetables. Hello, zucchini. It is also loaded with fruit. We're going to use applesauce and pineapple, which is our secret ingredient. It keeps this bread super sweet and moist, and it cuts back on the amount of sugar and oil we need to add to it. It also happens to be made with whole wheat flour and honey, so it's naturally sweetened. We're keeping this refined sugar-free. But most of all, like Layla said, it's delicious. All right, so let's show you guys just how easy it is to make this zucchini bread so that you can enjoy it at home. The first thing we have to do is prep our zucchini. And so we need about 2 cups of shredded zucchini, which is 1 average size zucchini. And how do we need to prep this, Layla?
Well, you need to shred it, and you can either shred it by a hand grater or a food processor.
Yes, and once your zucchini is shredded, we need to get rid of any excess moisture that the zucchini has, because we want to add moisture with our applesauce and our pineapple. And so if we didn't wring our zucchini of excess moisture, this bread wouldn't set up, it wouldn't bake right. It would have too much moisture.
And be soggy.
It would be soggy, and nobody wants soggy bread.
Ew.
No. Okay, so how you do that is you just place your shredded zucchini in cheesecloth or a clean old kitchen towel, and then give it a light wring over the sink. That's it, our zucchini's ready, and now we can prep our dry ingredients. What do we need to do for our dry ingredients?
Well, you don't just want to throw all of your ingredients into a bowl. You want to sift your ingredients so there is no lumps or clumps.
Very true. What can happen if you don't sift your ingredients?
Well, this has happened to us many times before. We get a clump of baking soda in it, then we take a bite, and then it's terrible.
Yes. Whether I've made the mistake or somebody else that we have been visiting has made the mistake, we have all bitten into a piece of quick bread or a muffin or a cake that baking soda has not been fully distributed through the dry ingredients, and it can ruin it. And so baking soda is one of those things that clumps up really easily. The best way to avoid that from happening is, like Layla said, sift your ingredients. So we're going to sift together whole wheat flour. Feel free to use white wheat flour or all-purpose flour, but like I said, I really like to add to the nutrition of this zucchini bread by using whole wheat flour. So we're going to sift our flour with salt, baking soda, baking powder, and some cinnamon. Give that a good sift. Layla likes to pretend like it's snowing while she's sifting. Okay, now we need to prep our wet ingredients. So we're going to use some canola oil. Feel free to use melted and cooled coconut oil or butter. Just remember, if you use butter, it won't be dairy-free any longer. So keep that in mind if you have any sensitivities. And then we want to measure out our honey. We want to grease our measuring cup before we add in our honey. Why is that?
Well, as you know, honey is very sticky and it likes to stick to things. But since we greased it, then it will come right on out.
It sure will. And it'll save you a headache in the kitchen, right? Okay, and to that, we're going to also add in some unsweetened applesauce. Again, the applesauce is going to help keep this bread super moist and help to sweeten it without using tons and tons of sugar, right?
Right.
Okay. And then we're going to crack some eggs into our batter. Along with our applesauce and eggs, we want to add in a little bit of vanilla extract as well, just to amp up the flavor of this zucchini bread. And then we're going to give this a good whisk until everything is just combined. Now that everything's combined, we're going to add our wet ingredients to our dry ingredients. And then you want to just fold your wet ingredients into your dry ingredients just until combined. Once our batter has just come together, we need to add in our zucchini and our secret ingredient, which is
pineapple.
The crushed pineapple makes a world of difference in this zucchini bread. It's how my mom made her zucchini bread, it's how my grandpa made his zucchini bread, and it's how you need to make your zucchini bread. It adds so much sweetness, so much moisture. It's a match made in heaven, right?
Right.
Drain your pineapple over a fine mesh strainer. Be sure to use canned pineapple that's been canned in 100% fruit juice. Again, that just keeps this zucchini bread free of any refined sugars. And then we're just gonna fold that together just until it combines. Again, we don't want it to get tough, right?
Right.
Then we're gonna grease up a loaf pan and we're gonna bake this zucchini bread at 350 degrees for about an hour or until a skewer comes out clean, right?
Right.
And it's hard to wait, but it smells delicious while it's baking, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
So after the zucchini bread bakes, we'll meet you back here and we'll show you what it tastes like afterwards. Once your zucchini bread has baked, you want to remove it from the oven and place on a cooling rack for about 10 minutes. And then you want to use a butter knife and gently loosen the sides just in case somebody forgot to grease the pan well. It's just an extra step that really helps that zucchini bread come out easily. And then you want to let it cool on a cooling rack completely before you slice and dig in. But we have some ready right now. It's so good, you guys. So moist, it's so tender, it's so light. The pineapple does not overwhelm the zucchini bread at all. It just adds a little bit of sweetness and a little bit of flavor. What do you think of it?
It's really good, and the cinnamon, like you can taste a little bit of it, and like it doesn't overpower at all.
No, everything is perfectly balanced. You know what else is good on this zucchini bread?
What?
Peanut butter.
Uh-huh.
Sounds like an odd combination with the pineapple, but oh my goodness, it's so good. But it's really good plain too, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
It is. All right, you guys, I hope that you enjoyed this recipe. I hope that your kids will enjoy this zucchini bread as much as my kids do. And for this recipe and for more kid-friendly recipes, be sure to visit amindfulmom.com. We'll see you guys next time.